So we have our first guest ready to speak to us. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buenas noches. It's great to say hello to you from downtown Chicago, live from the beautiful Marriott Hotel, Michigan Avenue, on this very frigid evening. But you know what? We got some human vibes going on inside and ready to celebrate a very special evening today, celebrating the annual Silver Medal Awards. My name is Omar Ramos, accompanied by Edna. How are you?
I am doing great and ready to rock and roll.
So, right before we continue, did you already have something to drink tonight?
Club soda.
Club soda. So, Edna is part of the co-chair of the Silver Awards tonight. So, we have a lot of activities going on, of course. But thank you for the invitation. This is the first time that I'm doing this, but I'm excited because obviously today we're celebrating the excellence in advertising and publicity. And before we actually talk about the recipient, I would like to ask you, how did you get involved with these Silver Medal Awards?
Interesting question. So I serve in the board of directors for the Chicago Advertising Federation. And one of our pillar events is the Silver Medal Award, which is a legacy award for someone that has contributed throughout his or her career to the industry. So tonight we're super excited because we have a super special person, Andrew Swinand, who will be honored with the Silver Medal Award. And one of the things that we really, really appreciate about this award is the contributions, not just to the industry, but goodwill and advancing our profession forward.
Yeah, I've heard that Andrew's a very amazing and a great person. Obviously, he's a veteran as well, and he's contributed in many ways in the industry when it comes to advertising publicity. But can you talk a little bit more as far as what is the criteria and how many people were finalists for this award?
Well, this year we had 7 finalists, and the criteria, thank God that I have my script because I am the co-chair, by the way. And I'm going to tell you. Hold on, let me find the criteria.
Okay.
All right. The criteria, since you guys are going to hear it from me again, the criteria for Silver Medal Award are as follows. The candidate must have achieved success working in one of the following areas: advertising agency, advertiser, media, or advertising company. The candidate must show evidence of consistent and high degree of creative, original thinking in whatever phase of advertising he or she has worked. The candidate must have worked towards increasing the stature and raising the standards of the advertising profession. And finally, the candidate should have been active in civic, religious, and other groups dedicated to some phase of human or social welfare. That's what makes it so special.
Wow, that's amazing. Andrew, of course, has all the requirements, and that's why we're here tonight, so we can go ahead and celebrate him. We'll have him with us speaking in this live broadcast that we're doing on the platforms for the Chicago Advertising Federation. But of course, we have many guests that want to speak with us here today, and we want to know about your guest that you have coming up next.
So I have my co-host for today, Rocco, who I'm about to drag into the live
here. Here's the mic, sir.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
So Rocco,
Yes.
you and I are on the hook for making this a super special night.
Well, I think making things like this a special night when you have someone like Andrew Swinand to honor just gets that much easier.
So talk to us a little bit about your journey through the Silver Medal Award committee. You've been a pillar of this award. What is it that you like the most?
What I love the most about this event and this award is that it brings together not only our community every year, the entire Chicago ad community, but when you see the family and friends and a personal life of the individual come out to celebrate with us, they see things that we never get an opportunity to share with them. And it's always a joy to see the personal life of these recipients, which always makes this a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, once you guys get to see Andrew a little bit better and get to hear the stories that they're going to share with us, oh, it's going to be an unforgettable night, per se.
Well, we're going to enjoy the night, and I see you're wearing Versace tonight.
Oh, of course, because, you know, we've got a match. We're doing blue.
We are
Blue
doing
hues.
blue on the blue carpet, and we hope it shows up well on camera.
Yes, I think you will. I think we should go grab someone from our cocktail hour, which you guys can't see it, but right in front of us, there is a slew of beautiful people from the industry that we're about to tap in and have some conversations. What do you say?
I think that's great. The only challenge that we're going to have is amongst all those people, I'm looking at 3 or 4 bars that are serving alcohol, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to get people away from them.
I don't know. How about this? I'm going to give the mic back to Omar, and I'm going to grab one of our first victims of the blue carpet. Here we go.
Sounds good.
Great.
All righty. So don't go anywhere, Rocco. We're having a good time. It's barely Thursday, right? Kicking off the weekend. It's a very busy weekend for Chicago, obviously, with the parade going on. Next week, we got Thanksgiving going already. Any plans?
Plans are to spend it with friends and family.
There you go.
I've got 2 children that live out of state and that will be coming home, so it's always good to see the kids. And in my house, when my kids come home, that only means 2 things.
Yeah.
My wife cooks and I eat.
Yeah. Hey,
How's that?
sounds like the perfect plan for
How about
sure.
yourself?
Well, you know what? I have to cover the Bears game, Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Obviously, it's been a very interesting season so far. But the thing is that we love what we do, and I'll be sticking around the area, Atlanta, then come back to the Chicago area and just enjoy the festivities pretty much with friends and family as well. Now, Rocco, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How is your background in advertising?
Yeah, I'm a 35-year veteran of the Chicago advertising community.
Okay.
I've been chair or co-chair of this event for 19 years now.
Yeah.
I was pulled in about 20 years ago on an evening on a Tuesday afternoon when one of the chairs became ill, and I was called at 2:00 to see if I could be at Soldier Field Cadillac Club
Look at
at 5:00
Okay.
to chair and MC this event, and I never really let it go. And I've had the honor of not only all of them, which were all wonderful recipients, but a good number of them with the Publicis organization that has its roots here in Chicago.
Yes.
And the names like Jack Clues and Rashad Tabakawala, John Musinski
Nice.
have all been just great names to honor and celebrate. And tonight we're going to do the same with Andrew.
That's awesome. Rocco, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
And congratulations for your 35-year plus
Well,
career in advertising.
We're still going.
All right. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
All righty. So we're going to go ahead and call Edna right over here once again. Edna, I'm going to hand the mic right over to you because you have a special guest.
I totally do. I have with us Katie Newman, who is a super special person for Andrew tonight. So come on over. And so we're going to do like some sort of impromptu interview. Let's pretend we're in the red carpet, but it's not, it's blue. And so we first are going to talk about your outfit because it's amazing. So can you tell us, what are you wearing and what's this burgundy situation happening?
I bought this on the sales rack at Express, and I have not shopped at Express since I was in college. Like going to sorority and frat parties, but I'm right back with it. So yes, yeah, mixing it up tonight.
I love it. I so love it. Okay, so we heard that there's a couple of really cool stuff in your speech tonight. Any previews that we might get from you?
I am not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I am a big believer that sometimes events like these just need levity. So I promise you there will be some levity. And I think the other thing I will promise is that I think in slides. So I brought pictures. So, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So I've got a few of those too.
Oh, I can't wait. Rocco, what do you say? We ask her, who should our next victim be?
Our next what?
Victim of the blue card.
Oh my gosh. You know who I love to hear from is So Cheap a Card. She is the CEO of ARC Worldwide, and she's just amazing and very fashionable and lovely and awesome. Yes.
How about we go get her?
Yeah.
Shall we?
I just saw Las Vegas.
All righty.
She's like she was right here.
So we're back on camera, ladies and gents. Again, we're coming to you live from downtown Chicago. You're still here if you want to hang out with. By the way, I just want to say, Katie, that I love your glasses.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
admiring yours as well. And I didn't know which pair to wear tonight. I've got like 7 of them.
We blend for sure. So what are you expecting from tonight? What do you want to do? What don't you want to do?
So cheap.
I think it's like Andrew's moment. This is his time. He's done so much for the community,
You gotta
so
go.
much for all of the people here. Like everybody is here because they love him.
Let me go.
They know how much he's pushed us, supported us, pushed this industry. And it's exciting to see how everyone comes together to love and support him. So
Is there a special message you'd like to tell him directly?
yeah, I would say, Andrew, I love you and appreciate you for all you have done for me. Working for you and finding you in my career has without a doubt been not just the best move of my career, but of my life. So thank you for being you and thank you for believing in me.
Any advice that you would give to any future young folks that might want to get involved in advertising?
Yeah, I would say find a mentor and a partner who believes in you and know that that kind of relationship can last a lifetime.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie, so much. Enjoy the evening. All righty. So that was Katie, by the way, who's having a blast tonight. And we have another, thank you, Mr. Producer, David Jones from 3rd Street will be making his way over here in a little bit. And I'll hand you, how you doing? David Jones, I'm going to give you this mic real quick.
This is my mic.
All right, David Jones, good evening. Happy Thursday to you. Are you ready for the holiday season?
I am not
You're not.
already. We ordered something called a pie cakein.
Okay.
Do you know about this?
Tell me, break
It's
it
like
down.
A pie and a cake, and it's like a 3-level holiday explosion of calories.
All right. And you knock it out yourself, or do you have somebody help you?
Oh no, we order it from Gold Belly.
All right. Well, welcome to tonight's event.
Thank you.
We're celebrating Andrew as well. What else do you want to take away from tonight's evening?
So I'm with the Chicago Ad Fed board,
Yeah.
and I was trying to think of the best pitch I could give for the Chicago Ad Fed.
Yeah.
And it is this, that objectively speaking, 2 of the greatest things in the world are the city of Chicago and the
Yes.
business of advertising.
Yes.
And we are both.
There you go.
So that's my
Nice little plug there.
pitch, and it's a great this tonight is a great expression of that.
Yeah. I want to ask you something, Mr. Jones. Over the years and considering the pandemic, how has advertising changed in your perspective?
I think everything needs to work harder.
Okay.
Everything. You can't sell anything on the basis of it being cool or fun. You have to say it's cool and fun, but here's what it's going to do. The ROI on every single idea, every penny spent needs to be accounted for. Everyone's just gotten tighter with their budgets and with their expectations.
All right. Talking about budgets, I'd like to ask you, many companies, when it comes to this time of the year, they kind of slow down. Advertising doesn't slow down. It kind of picks up. Can you kind of like talk a little bit, expand a little bit how important it is to take advantage of these months?
The end of the year is when you get the good news and the bad news.
Okay.
Every year you get the, we're looking ahead and we need to make these cuts, or, we're looking ahead and we realize we need this.
Okay.
Every year is the good news and the bad news. So I have my own shop, and the holidays are always this kind of crazy moment. And so just being as efficient as you can, being as smart as you can, so clients really see that value.
Yes.
So when they're looking at their budget for the year to come.
Yeah, they know where to spend their money. Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thank you.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Any final thoughts?
Let's enjoy the silver medal. The silver medal sometimes means you came in second.
Yeah.
Tonight it means first.
There you go. Thank you so much. I'll take that. Enjoy your evening. All right. And I'm looking for my next guest, by the way. And we have Shelby Savoye from PMX. Shelby, good evening.
Hi. Good
How
evening.
are you? ¿Cómo estás?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm muy bien.
Muy bien.
Yes.
Muy bien. So I'll take advantage of this moment to wish you and your loved ones a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
And what brings you here tonight?
I am here to support Andrew
Ah.
and to give him a shout out.
I heard he's a popular guy.
Yes, he's very popular. He's wonderful. So very excited to see him get the award.
We're talking tonight, kind of picking people's brains about advertisement and where it's going. What would you say would be the difference now of advertising versus pre-pandemic and over the years?
Yeah, so I think now I always say it's the hardest and the best time to be in advertising.
That's interesting.
Because there's so many things, so many options, so many ways you can reach consumers. So it's tougher now because finding a consumer and getting their attention is harder than ever, but we know a lot more about them and we can see what they care about and what they're doing and where they're going and how to get the right message in front of them. And that's a pretty exciting challenge to get to take on. And again, it makes it difficult, but makes it fun at the same time.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So I got word that you were last year's winner.
I was.
My goodness. So
Much more relaxed this year.
a lot more relaxed this year, right? So what do you think could be going through Andrew's mind when it comes to being named the recipient for the Silver Award?
I'm guessing probably a lot of excitement,
Yeah.
probably feeling very proud and wanting the speech part that he has to give to be over.
Yeah.
So you want to get up there and say your words, but there's definitely always stress about getting up there and saying what you want to say and getting that part done. But I'm sure he's excited as I was excited last year. And it's such a good Chicago event. So it's also just really nice to see the Chicago community come out.
Well, I'm glad that you're here tonight. Any final thoughts? Anything you would like to add in this live broadcast that we're doing on Chicago Advertising Federation social media?
Yeah, I would just say congrats to Andrew.
All righty. Well, enjoy the night. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
Thanksgiving.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty. All right. So that's pretty much it for right now. Thank you. Enjoy the evening. And we have Xochitl Picard. Okay.
Sorry.
We have Xochitl Picard coming up next. Just bear with me a little bit. All right this way.
Hi.
Good
Omar.
evening. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Can you pronounce your name and last name for me, please?
Sure. Xochitl Picard.
Xochitl Picard. Really? Xochitl. So I said it correctly, Mr. Producer. All right. Good evening to you. How are you?
Good. I'm great.
Are you excited like all of these fine people that are here today?
Nothing makes me more excited and happy than celebrating Andrew Swinnen.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot of good things about Andrew. I had no idea he was such a nice guy,
Yeah.
popular man. He's done great things in the community. What can you tell me about him?
Well, he is literally the reason I'm here.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So I met with him. I got a call randomly to have if I would have lunch with the CEO of the Leo Burnett Group. I was in New York.
Mhm.
I'm like, I guess so. So he flew to New York. We had lunch. And after 2 hours of amazing conversation,
Yeah.
I knew I needed to work for him and with him. So I relocated my entire family, and that was 4.5 years ago.
And no regrets.
No, not one.
No
not
regrets.
one.
I find it interesting because I work somewhere where we have a sales force, and the majority of the people at work are men.
Yes.
What's it like being a professional woman working in advertising?
Oh, well, so like the part of advertising that we do for a variety of reasons that I won't get into,
Yeah.
we are disproportionately women.
Okay.
I've grown up through advertising.
Okay.
I'm a female leader.
Okay.
I love being surrounded by badass women.
There you go.
And I have 4 boys. I have a family. I have a lot going on, but I love what I do. So I try to lead by example. And Andrew certainly empowered and enables me to do that. And, you know, as a result, we have an amazing female leadership culture in our agency.
That's great. And congratulations for that.
Thanks.
For the new generations that might or have thought about maybe prepping themselves to work in advertising and marketing, what would you say to them? Like, especially female employees.
Oh, it's a great business to be in. I mean, I graduated college with an art history and French double major, and my parents were like, what are you going to do with that? And actually, it's a perfect blend for what I do, because while I'm not creating the creative work,
Yeah.
I am critiquing and assessing creativity every day.
Okay.
And if you like to be in the orbit around creativity,
Yes.
it's the best job ever.
That's great. All right. I like that answer for sure. Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to say before we
No, just congratulations, Andrew. You're my hero, and no one's more deserving of this honor.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Sochi Picard, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I'll grab onto that. Enjoy your evening. Okay. How we doing, Jackie? Yeah? All right. Renata Mecad. Okay. So we have Renata Mecad coming up next. And once again, we're coming to you live from downtown Chicago, the beautiful Marriott Hotel, off of the amazing, magnificent Mile on this Thursday. Hello. Renata, sorry to make you put your wine away. Here you go, sir. Renata,
Good
nice to meet
evening.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Sorry that I made you put your wine away for a little bit, but
Yes.
we'll take you right back to it right now. Good evening to you. How you feeling? How you doing? I see you
doing
with a
well
big smile on
today.
your face.
Yes, because I'm indoors.
I know, right? It's chilly.
Yes,
I think it's
yes.
like 28 degrees, but you know what? There's a lot
Yes.
of human warmth inside right now. A lot of happy people.
Yes.
A lot of people happy that they're celebrating Andrew tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And later this evening, I get to give a few comments on his behalf. So I'm doubly excited to be here. I've known Andrew for almost 20 years, and I think this recognition is just terrific.
I'm going to totally hijack the interview because we don't want to make it super formal. This is supposed to be like super cool and fancy. So let's talk a little bit about your scarf.
My scarf.
Yes.
Okay, so I knit this myself. What? Yes, I knit, and I knit this myself. And just a little shout out, this one came from a kit, and one of the knitting stores in Chicago I happen to frequent is called Nina, and it's on Chicago Avenue in Westtown.
Okay.
So
okay.
I would encourage you to stop by Nina to see what lovely
I want to
sort of
know.
things.
Let's model it out.
All right.
Let's see.
And I think
my
on a
goodness.
night like tonight, it's a little fun with the little pom poms, a little
love
color, matches my hair, the whole
It's
thing.
all working.
That's
It's
how
all
we gotta.
working.
That's how we gotta do it, Edna.
It's magical. I love
Okay.
it.
Is this really on tape?
It really is.
Okay.
Like, for real, we're live. And I want to
Yes.
understand a little bit more about this knitting situation. Is
Okay.
this like you just do this for fun? Do you do other things? Do you do scarves, hats? What do you do?
So I try to stay, believe it or not, I try to stay under 1,000 yards, which is
Okay.
actually a lot of yardage. But I make hats, I make scarves, I make baby clothes. I have knit a couple of sweaters, but yeah. But it's a total Intuit hobby. I've got all the stuff. I mean, I've got stuff. So I've got my own ball winder. I've got a room that has my stuff in it.
Okay, so for the record, my favorite color is green.
Okay. Okay.
Hint, hint,
All right.
green.
All right.
And I like scarves a lot.
Okay. You know what? I might have a ball of yarn for you with your
Yeah?
name on it. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
Okay.
So are we ready for tonight?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I can't wait.
I am enjoying it already. I think it is so wonderful that we're celebrating Andrew. He and I have already said this, but we've known each other for about 20 years. He's terrific, and I'm glad that the industry is turning out to celebrate him.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know Andrew that well.
Okay?
But I said, and I will mention this a little bit, but I said at the coffee chat,
Mm-hmm.
and your name came up at least 5 times because the way he sees you is
Yes.
such a mentor.
Yes.
And one of the things he said that I will never forget is he said when he was becoming a manager, you told him when you are the middle manager,
Right.
you can have the
good and good
the
decision.
good and good decisions, but when you're in the upper manager, you're dealing with people's bad decisions.
The bad and bad decisions.
That's-
Think
I was
about
like,
it. I
How
mean,
smart.
you're a leader in the organization. The hardest issues we have to solve is when we have to pick between two outcomes that might be bad or bad.
Right.
And that's where the art of leadership comes in. And I think Andrew excels at the art of leadership. So, and he also makes some terrific good decisions too. So I think that's partly why we're celebrating him tonight. But I'm glad to be here.
I am so glad that you get to be one of the speakers too.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful circle coming around.
Yeah.
But mostly because I can see in his eyes the admiration
Yeah.
and the impact
Yeah.
that you had in his life, and now that he's taking and making that impact on other people. That's
Absolutely.
magnificent.
I know.
Because you're a force to reckon with, and I know
well,
that, and you know
thank
that.
But he's in the circle with me, Rashad, and Andrew, right? So all of the ways people connect and the way we just sort of help and support each other and move people's careers along, it's a real thing.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for allowing us to totally mess around with our fashion and our thing.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep green in mind.
Keep it in mind.
All right,
All
Edna.
right. Where's Omar? Don't leave me hanging here. Let's go.
See, he's got to put his drink down now.
I know. It's like, I don't even have a drink. What's going on? What's up with that? I think we're doing.
I think we're good. Anita, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And I think your wife.
Hey, we're back.
Hello, we are back. We are here with Carla Michelotti. Carla is a retired head of legal counsel.
I was the EVP, Chief Legal Government Corporate Affairs Officer
At the Leo Burnett. And Carla, aside, that was her day job.
My day job.
Carla was a longstanding board member of the Chicago Advertising Federation, and only her, along with Renetta McCann, are the only two women in Chicago to receive the Ad Woman of the Year and the Silver Medal Award.
That's right.
Talk about that a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. My silver medal was back in 2009. I can't tell you what year the Ad Woman of the Year was, but both of them were incredibly fun. And it was newsworthy for me and maybe for Chicago, because I was a lawyer. And a lawyer had never won it before. And then I was very involved with the industry. This is such a great industry because it's so important to not only the economy of Chicago, but the country and Illinois. But look at the pulse and the excitement in this room. And it's always been that way. And it makes me remember being at Mangiano's the day that, and you were there, Rocco.
Absolutely.
When I got the silver medal, and we had pasta dinner that day. And I felt very honored and lucky. And I've now been rebooted, not retired. I'm still involved in the industry. I'm on the board of the American Advertising Federation and the BBB National Programs, which is self-regulation, and the IAA Global. I'm still involved in the issues of the industry, and I treasure the opportunity of still being involved and still seeing friends like you who I've known for decades.
Well, I will say that's what keeps you looking so young, the fact that you stay involved. And, I agree with you. There's never a dull moment when the Chicago advertising community comes together. As Edna and I both know, the CAF, one of our pillars, is networking and being the core, the centerpiece of the Chicago advertising community. And without this, we're not sure that everyone would ever get together.
Well, I have to tell you, Rocco, you deserve the biggest Medal of Honor because the entire industry knows you, not only in Chicago, but nationally. And you are the networker par excellence, and you bring people together with love, which is wonderful.
Thank you. And tonight's about Andrew. And
he so deserves this award.
tell us a little bit about working with Andrew and how long you've known him.
I've known Andrew, I can't tell you how many years because the years blur, but he was a young person at Starcom after he joined Starcom after the Army. He had come from the Army, and I worked with him when he was at Starcom. He was working on the Army client, in fact, and he was just stellar. As you can imagine, working on a government account like that, there was a lot of issues with compliance. My role as lawyer was important. And Andrew was absolutely, he got it. He was smart. He was on it. He was young. And you could just trust Andrew as doing the right thing. He went on and he graduated up to the job that he has now of running everything within Leo Burnett and the creative agencies for publicists. And he really deserves this award. I've long thought highly of Andrew. He's just a great man.
Well, we are in for a fantastic night. Carla, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Rocco.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. Thank you for doing that. That was wonderful.
Hey, oh my God! How are you?
Because we're running like
a Girl Scout. Oh my gosh! I know. You said that.
let's stand and pretend we're doing like.
Edna, I just want to let you know it's wonderful being your co-chair for this evening.
I want to let you know that I am so grateful I have you as my co-chair. It's awesome. Thank you.
So, Edna was telling me a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah.
How things We are back. Andrew, how are you feeling right now looking out at a good number of people from the Chicago advertising industry here to celebrate with you?
I feel so blessed and fortunate just to be surrounded by so many friends and family. And, you think about you spend decades in the business, and especially after COVID, to be able to come together and see so many friends in person just warms my heart. And I feel so fortunate to be in an industry with so many values-based leaders, filled with so much kindness and creativity. It's truly, truly an honor.
Well, thank you.
So we've heard there's 3 different people coming up on the stage with really cool things to say about you. Any of them make you nervous of what they could say about you?
Not at all. Old friends, and I'm just honored and grateful that they took the time to come, and really excited, basically, that they're here. So, but not nervous at all. Not nervous at all. No.
Andrew, this award has an incredible lineage, not only with the biggest names in the Chicago ad business, but in the Publicis organization. You joined the likes of Jack Clues, Rashad Tabakawala, John Musinski, Chris Booth, our current reigning medalist, Shelby Seville. How does it feel to be a part of that company?
There's just so many incredible leaders. And again, Rashad speaking tonight, Jack and Renetta, just incredible values-based leaders who really shaped me as a leader. And to be on the list with them is just an incredible honor. And again, just so grateful for everything that they've done for me, and in terms of helping shape my own career and allowing and helping me to be here tonight. So it's truly an honor and a privilege.
Andrew, we know we have a lot of people out here that want to say hello to you. We're going to let you go and say hi to all your friends.
Thank you so much, and thank you to you. So for hosting, thank you both.
Congratulations.
So, I really
so
appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Be present. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I think we're going to get rolling soon.
Stand in the middle because we want.
You're going to get me the mic.
There you go. Yes, we are.
Great.
All right.
Hi. You're going.
So the individual with the coolest outfit is here today. Right here. Boom.
Yes.
Boss.
She's right here.
No,
she's right here. Coolest outfit is right here.
both of you.
Right?
Both of you. Yeah. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name?
My name's Adam.
Adam, and you're with?
I am with, tonight I am with CAF, Young Professional Group.
Right on.
I'm excited to be here and just promote the youthfulness of our organization, as well as just promote young professionals that are just starting their careers here in Chicago. I mean, it's such an amazing industry. Lori can attest to this too, that friends can be made in this industry. Things can be learned. We're so in tune with what's going on in the world just based off of our jobs. It's just an amazing place to be.
Yeah, and I was just about to ask you for like the new generations that have inquired about maybe working in advertising. I think you just answered my question right now. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think too, like whatever major you have, whether it's business or even music. I was actually a music major when I started college. You can really get into this industry if you're just willing to learn and just have easy conversations like this.
All right, good stuff. And on this side?
And on this side, I'm a huge proponent of, bringing the young professionals and people into these events and really showing them the family and the community that we have built here. Because everybody here, we know each other, we love each other, and there's a support system here about navigating your career across the years in a way that I don't see elsewhere. Yeah. And the CAF is right at the center of that.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
My name is Lori Claps, and I'm on the board as well.
All right, right on. Well, what are you expecting to take from tonight?
I think the word is family. And, you can think of that in so many ways. I like to think of it as chosen family, right? Where we might not be related by blood necessarily, right? But we have a true understanding of what we go through every day, work-wise, but also after work too.
right? We have conversations about work. We talk about things that are happening in the news. It's real life. We are in a dynamic industry that is affected by day-to-day news.
Yeah.
So I think it's just an amazing thing.
I'd like to ask you a question. Like, for example, I work in front of a camera. I work in front of a mic.
Yeah.
When it comes to advertising, are you guys just kind of take the rest of the year off, or are you guys already planning for 2023 already? I've always wondered that.
You want to take this, Lori?
Well, advertising never takes a break. right?
Okay.
And the world changes every single day. So it's really all about how do you evolve and how do you become nimble with that change and use the resources in this room to understand how you build a brand. And I think that's kind of what we see moving forward as working with each other to try to navigate these rough, kind of choppy waters
Yeah, it
in
is.
a way where we all come out ahead, right? The consumer, the advertiser, and the brands.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you for stopping by and
Nice
saying
to
hello.
meet you.
Appreciate it. Likewise. Thank you so much. All righty. Jackie, how we doing? We're doing good. All right. We got some more guests. All right. Hand you the mic. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right. And young man, nice to meet you. My name is Omar. I'm going to hand you the mic right now.
Okay, there you go.
Good evening. We are here with Arnett Morris, who is the executive director of the Off the Street Club of Chicago. The Off the Street Club of Chicago has been serving West Side children for what, over
122 years. We've been serving West Side kids, and we're very, very proud of that fact.
the Chicago advertising community has been really a big brother and a sponsor of the Off the Street Club for about the same amount of time. Is that right, Arnett?
Well, absolutely. There wouldn't be an Off the Street Club if we didn't have the Chicago Advertising Federation. It also started as the CAC, Chicago Ad Club. Our idea was started in 1900, and CAC, Chicago Advertising Federation, was right there with us from day one.
Arnett, as I look at my calendar with the holidays quickly approaching, it looks like we've got a holiday luncheon coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, our annual fundraiser will be coming up in a couple weeks, December 1st. It'll be at the Radisson Blu Hotel. We still need support, sponsors. Raffle tickets are being sold. Just go to www.otsc.org, and we'll be grateful for your support.
Arnett, to you and the staff and all those folks that work so hard to keep those kids literally off the street, the Chicago Advertising Federation would like to thank you.
I want to thank you, and I also want to send a shout out to Andrew Swanard, our longtime friend and board member. Congratulations on your Silver Medal Award tonight. You're the best, Andrew.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so we're back and we're live in Bebo from downtown Chicago for the Silver Medal Awards 2022. Thank you for joining us. My name is Omar Ramos Omarcio from Univision Chicago. It's great to see everybody here and, of course, online. And we have Shanita.
Yes.
Can you help me with your last name?
Akintande. Akintande.
That sounded beautiful.
I can do something.
Akintande. All right, good stuff. Well, welcome. You look amazing.
Thank you.
And what brought you out to tonight's celebration?
So listen, CAF, the Chicago Advertising Federation, is like a home away from home for me.
Wow, really?
It's full of the best and brightest in advertising, and it is one of the premier events that we're here to celebrate tonight, which are the leaders and pioneers in our field.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business? Shanita Speaks, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's perfect. So my business, Shanita Speaks LLC, named after myself, focuses on how to make marginalized, misunderstood, and often misrepresented groups like women, people of color, members of the LGBTQ community, to have their messages portrayed in media, i.e. advertising, in authentic and true ways.
That's great. Know that we have a warrior such as yourself that you do that, right? Because a lot of people sometimes need that extra help, that extra push, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's funny you use the word warrior because one of my mantras is roar, R-O-A-R-R, and I call people warriors. Instead of warriors, warriors, because they're roaring loudly.
Yeah, tonight we have a beautiful celebration, obviously recognizing the excellence in advertising and publicity. Andrew, is the winner for tonight.
Absolutely.
Do you know him personally?
I don't know him personally,
Okay.
but his reputation precedes him, and I am
Okay.
so thrilled that he is getting the award tonight. He's so well deserving of it, and I'm excited to be here to celebrate with him.
Well, you look excited. We're glad you're here. And any final thoughts, anything you'd like to mention?
I just want to say go CAF. I'm a board member, and
Okay.
I'm thrilled and popcorn, please, and elephant ear related
Yeah.
to celebrate tonight.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I can feel your positive vibe, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Shanita.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Edna, there you are.
All
Who do we
right.
have next?
We have dinner. It is
Who do we
time to go.
Hey, it's time to go?
Yes.
That's
They're
it?
calling us out. So
Okay,
thank you
wrap
so
up.
much for
Okay.
everything. Thank you, Omar, for helping me.
Edna,
host.
I'm always down to help you out. You know I am. And thank you for each and every one of you that tuned in. Again, live from downtown Chicago, beautiful, magnificent Mile, Marriott Hotel. Edna Omarcillo. We're going to the party now. We're going to have a good time. She keeps on smiling. I need a little bit more to drink, another whiskey maybe, but have a good time. Thank you to the Chicago Advertising Federation for this invite. And
Thank you to our team, the Univision,
yes, we are.
for sponsoring this blue carpet.
And I was going to close with that. Univision Chicago, we're here tonight representing. Thank you so much. Adios.
Bye.